It's too early, bro. Okay. Well, let it come. Get the light on here. Let me take a bite of this right quick. Let me take a bite. You can't eat this. No, you get that on. You cannot eat this one. Trying to get me like, yo, what's going on, bro? Yeah. Woo. One of us. See? One of us. Exactly what it's about. You're like, yo, I'm getting up right now. I had to give me a little bit of chips. I'm tired. I was about to go to sleep. Oh, I got you. Well, you get the hot stepping, don't you? Watch the water. There you go. Oh yeah. That's my shit right there. Mike, what's going on? West side, what's going on? Just had to get the feeling, you know what I'm saying? That part right there hit. That right there hit. What? That's my growing up days jam right there. I tell you what though, ain't no jazz fest like no other, like in New Jersey and New York, y'all. I don't care what anybody say. Yeah, I've been to the ones down south, But like, you want to hit a jazz fest? Yo, go. Chicago had a pretty decent one. I've been to two of theirs. But New York, New Jersey, house music, jazz, forget about it. Yo, they be coming out the woodwork. Back when I was, we're gonna do Hidden Lands today, but not right now, because I said we're gonna hit Gods of Eden, reptilians, and the history of humankind. And three ladies says, "Can you make it more child friendly?" So I'm gonna have to kick the old salt in me out somehow. Well, it's not gonna go nowhere. I'm gonna have to compartmentalize him, and we'll give it a shot. In the AM though, they should be. Well, if you're not homeschooling them, which I prefer, they should be in class somewhere getting miseducated. Well, I'm educating you because I'm gonna get it business in the AM, but I will. I just got rid of like 17 videos. Well, one of them had like 2,500 views. I was like, nah, it's got to go. Well, I saved it, but I deleted it, so if you didn't see it, oh well. But I'm gonna make it a little more child friendly. I mean, that might be the excuse for them, but I'm not attacking. I'm just saying, just speak to, hey, look, man, I got a thing with the cursing. Man, no problem. But it's not cursing. But yeah, definitely. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. 'Cause I am a little tired and I don't want to go nowhere, but I gotta go out. Yeah, I'm not going to Flagstaff. Well, I'll be on the side of the road halfway asleep. But I gotta go out and well, somebody was like, yo, come in and no, what's going on with you and your old man? No, girl, no, we gotta figure something out. All the family over here, like, come on now. Was you that messed up? Because I know you be kind of nice, a sweet person now, so I'm go over there and see what's going on. No domestic, it's no violence. It's just that can lead to it, but I know them both. The kids are most important to me. We'll see. It's a Sunday. So let me go ahead and read, and I'm gonna go over there and because no, you can't come here and stay here. They can't just do that. This is not a back and forth for that. You gotta fix that. You gotta move on with your life. One of them. Ain't no way. Gotta make things, and sit down and talk to him in the back. I'll be like, your son. Because I know what his issue is, and a lot of men have it, but it's no excuse. Sometimes you got to just know how to be silent. And then a lot of times a woman will tell you to get out and don't really mean it, because right now, women are really broken. And brothers, I don't care what nobody's saying. They are. You're not just broken. They are broken. All right? So go over there, see what pans out. I don't want to. But it ain't about what I want. I am definitely tired. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the Gods of Eden, William Bramley. Yo, what's going on, Wild? What's happening? All right? I'm not going to read a whole lot, but we want to keep the mind kind of watered. You dig what I'm saying? Let me check it down a little more, because I'm not going to have that drowning me out in the background. It keeps going up and down. A little jazz in the background. Elevator music, right? Oh, I wish it would start raining. It would calm down. Anyway, based upon what we are coming to know about the nature of the spiritual being, we find that two false twists appear to lay in the Brotherhood's definition of a supreme being. It's the White Brotherhood. Remember that, okay? Listen to this. Firstly, supreme being. Well, anyway, we find that two false twists appear to lay in the Brotherhood's definition of a supreme being. Definition. Pay attention. Okay? Firstly, Brotherhood monotheisms, monotheism, which includes Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, teach that a supreme being was the creator of the physical universe and of the physical life forms within the universe. In an upcoming chapter, we will discuss the likelihood that spiritual beings were born of a supreme being of some sort, but physical creatures and objects probably were not. As some As some other religions have noted, if our universe is the product of a spiritual activity, then it appears that all individual spiritual beings within the universe are responsible for its creation and our perpetuation. Now, the scope of a supreme being would actually extend far beyond the creation of a single universe. And secondly, a supreme being is usually portrayed as a spiritual being capable of possibly unlimited thought, creativity, all right, and ability. A supreme being is said to be an entity which can make and unmake universes. Now, the big question is this: why must we be limited to only one such being? Is there any reason not to suppose the existence of 10 such beings, or 100, or an almost infinite number? It appears that the Brotherhood definition of a one God actually describes the native potential of every spiritual being, including those spiritual beings who animate human bodies on earth. The true nature and capabilities of every spiritual being would therefore be hidden by doctrines which state that only a supreme being may enjoy pure spiritual existence and unlimited spiritual potential. Now, the Brotherhood monotheism would actually hinder human spiritual recovery and prevent people from grasping the true and probably much broader scope of a supreme being. That's pretty pathetic, right? I'm always at security. Well, I'm going to say this. Let's get to the next book. Every living thing is alive, right? And now, if we hold on to the narrative based on sci-fi, science fiction, and dramatical madness, such as like the Witches of Salem and stuff like that, the unknown, right? The mythical and all that other nonsense, then we would deprive ourselves. So we know that everything that is utilized today is utilized as a weapon in one form or another. Even with radio, when Orson Welles, big punk fat behind, did that to scare the people, and that was because what built up to it. See, there's an old adage that there's something within us that knows things. But now if it can stunt us, remember the statement, stunt your growth? We always look at the physical, but isn't physical part of the spiritual? What's spoken into existence? That's why I have a problem, an issue, and I had to break down in the first of these videos the etymology of the word God in relation to feel. You know what I'm saying? And most people have a hard time with that. But the decree is who you are, because even in the Bibles and all those books, they tell you for ye are gods, and look, faith. It's not a physical thing, but it is faith. The grain of a mustard seed. How many of y'all? I got mustard seeds. You want me to go grab one? It look like a poppy seed. That much faith in this big body, and I told you we give up like 6 grams or 32 ounces or something like that. I forget what it is, how much weight it is. I didn't look for it. But just think about that. So who would want to hinder that? Well, if there's people who like to cook people, and there's people who like to do weird things and poisoning and the dumbest, and I keep saying Bill Gates and them don't never touch no fiat. That's the illusion they painted. Those people in that particular place who has been establishing more and more weapons, digging up our soil. That's why I say some of our ancestors recently really let us down. It doesn't mean to go and harp upon them, but look at it. Just think for a minute. Who would need you rendered unconscious while conscious, not knowing, subjugated to their perversions? Would it be done to make you believe and then turn around and you find there hidden information that makes you not believe, so that way in that configuration you're questioning everything? Well, if you question everything, do you get anything done? We have all these people talking about, well, I just... The fact is, you exist, for I am. You are here. You are capable of so much. But if you do not allow yourself to dismiss all the foolishness, you will never arise to the occasion. And it don't take all the things that I'm showing you. It don't take a mystery magic bag that shows up under your pillow like a quarter for a tooth. It doesn't take that. It takes a thought being, and in an instant you can be triggered, and all the past of what you know on. You know of it, but there's no reason to discuss or dwell. It's like when guys get together talking about, you remember Mary Jane? Yeah, man, I had that like 5 years ago. That's nothing. See, in this world, somebody would say it's something because we watch a bunch of people who are not too wound tight, right? Stabbing, shooting, doing very violent things. I don't want to promote violence on here. Stating something and professing something has nothing to do with enacting violence. Okay? And so while people are in this lethargic state, how can you grasp the reality? Like when I'm speaking the truth about this soil, when I stated that we are not originally from here, people really have a hard time dealing with that. But here, all they know is their last little 20, 30, 40, 50 years of life. And then what some other individual says, their statement, and that you look how they're moving. And you really don't know because you're only allowed to see a very minute or small percentage. You got to look beyond the scope of where you're at. You see things, it's relevant because they've got you in this calamity stuck here when you're not really stuck at all. Okay. Let me see. Let me get this wrong right here. Reptilians in the history of humankind. The Anunnaki by Henry Crane. Somebody asked who was Henry Crane. I'm going to show it. I didn't want to show it. That's him. Go look him up if you want his bio. I don't say I didn't tell you so. And this is the book for those, if you have it, or a PDF, and you want to read along. I'll tell you what page we're on. Okay? I didn't say the other one, but I know people have it. But I'll say the pages that I'm on in case you want to read along. Okay. And this is one of my old, I bought, this was one of the first books I bought that I didn't share. I've been marking, and there's some stuff in here that, well, it's relevant to truth. You just got to figure out what you got to figure out what it is that you see that you always ignored that you now pay attention to, or, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's seen something, heard something. I don't care if you're even in the worst of places. I know people who are drunk sleep on the front of buildings almost year round, except for when it comes winter and stuff. I used to walk by and give them like $5 or $10 and give them and drop them, you know, like a meal, like 2 or 3 meals for the day. They used to sit there telling me, Jim, you won't believe what I saw last night. I went around the back by the dumpster to take a urinal, and you know I'm not crazy. I was like, I know you're not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking now. And a woman walked out the wall. That was meant for me. And he'd be like, I know. I had to share it with you because I know you seen something. And I ain't never told nobody no story. Now, I'm not going to say that man's name. For some reason, he is still alive in Newark, New Jersey. I don't know how. You know? He's got to be about 71 years old. He don't want to be in no home. 70 or 78. He don't want to be around nobody. He loves his fruits. That's all he eats. He don't drink. He been into a couple of wars. He remembers what his daddy and mammy and his grandpappy said, who was lynched. And that's all I got to say to that. He's a good, strong man. If you know what I'm talking about, Newark, New Jersey, down by the old fish market, 78, about 75, 78 years old, something like that, tall. He don't bother nobody. He walk good. He get around. He don't eat no meat, no bread. He said that he wanted to take a picture when he was slipping up by the building. I can't say what building it is. I don't want nobody going there messing with him. And I used to go down there and slide $5 or $10 and give him a few meals. Bags of fruits and stuff and vegetables. He likes carrots and celery, but it's been a long time since I've seen him. What would he be now? Yeah, about 78. 70, 75, 78. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this in. So, yeah, I meet people. I never really gave them a lot, but I've had people tell me some weird things. And I've told people some things that are seen to be weird. We keep denying how we're going to ever be able to walk on the other side. Anyway, so this is we're going to be on page 121, okay? And we're going to be, as you see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, a very short one. I forget what they call it. But anyway, we're actually starting at the very third one, okay? Where it says, Enlil knew he could not put the name of Yahweh. All right? So let's go ahead. Enlil knew he could not put the name of Yahweh in the Gospels as it could be rejected. But putting the name of Father, this left open the possibility that Yahshua had a real father. You heard that, right? That was how the word of Yahshua was deliberately manipulated. However, there was still the most difficult part. No, to make people accept it. Okay, that was on me. I saw it. Now I see the colon, the semicolon. However, there was still the most difficult part to make people accept it. For that, he used the popes and the new temple created by Rome, exclusive to the new followers of so-called Jesus or Joshua. I was out sun-gazing, and it looks like it's going to rain now. My eyes are still refocusing because I didn't do my 35s. Oh, they're pristine. It's just everything stands out so freaking crisp that everything kind of stands together. It's weird, y'all. Anyway, however, there was still the most difficult part to make people accept it. For that, he used the popes and the new temple created by Rome, exclusive to the new followers of Yeshua. This new version of the story of Yeshua had such small changes that people accepted it quickly, as if it were the original. And being inky, out of communication with humans, he could not give notice to the Brotherhood of the White Dragon to stop this. Now, we were talking about what in the edge in Eden, gods of Eden. We're talking about the Brotherhood, right? So be mindful. Now, once 161 Earth years later, Enlil had already succeeded at making his modified Gospels be accepted by a large number of Christians, as the followers of Christ were baptized. And he also managed the church to be accepted. But more importantly, he managed to convince them that the father of Yeshua was Yahweh. But he still couldn't totally connect these two stories. In addition, there were still many Christians who did not believe in the church, and they did not have those Gospels modified. And to make things worse, he faced another big problem. The Roman Empire had crumbled, and it was coming to an end. Now, Yeshua was in the fifth dimension, and he knew that he could not intervene directly in the free will of humans. However, he did not forget us. He devoted himself to see everything that was happening with our destiny. And at crucial moments in our history, he sent us from beyond clashes of conscious energies for our awakening, seeing everything that had happened since the ascension of Yeshua to the fifth dimension. Now, the Galactic Confederation convened an urgent assembly in an attempt to solve all the chaos that was happening in the galaxy with the Reptilian War and the fear many alien races had of the power demonstrated by humans. This assembly had a double purpose, since the Great Council of this confederation had already planned a solution for the destiny of humankind, that, if approved, would change our destiny forever and would open up the possibility for a reptilian pact. We'll get into the pact of the reptilian beings. I'm not going to say nothing right there, because we've got enough material that if you're really paying attention, you got this click, clack, working. You'll put it together. We're not here. We don't want to give these too much information. DNA of the gods, the Anunnaki creation of Eve, and the alien battle for humanity. We're switching around by Miss Chris Hardy. Okay, page I'm on. Whew. Go over here and see these people. I want to take a nap. I ain't lying. So we're on page 37. Okay. God's craving for power and control. Okay. So we're at the very bottom under, I guess, what you would call Nagal's statement. Nagal assures his brother he wants only to erect some statues at the gate of the temple. The bulls of Anu and Enlil and Anu and Enlil. Nose is itching like a mother. And will not touch the waterworks. But of course, Nagal, foolish and violent as always, and in parentheses it states, does he not get his half-sister to marry him and share her research center in South Africa by bullying and menacing to kill her? That's in parentheses. Anyway, starts to destroy the whole temple as soon as Marduk is gone, and gets into the forbidden underground control room, the Gigunu. All right, I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm saying it, so that way you have an idea. Gigunu, where a humming sound can be heard, and where he sees a luminescent stone. Now, the infrastructure of canals and pumps Marduk has built is, of course, powered by a sophisticated energy source supplying the machines. And with Enki, the chief scientist in parentheses, as a father, Nimna, the chief biologist, as a mother-in-law, who was a prominent scientist, and Ningishzada as a brother, as well as an earth scientist, Ereshkigal, as a wife. Now, Nergal can't be a perfect ignoramus in these technological domains, as seems to be the case with Enlil and Anu. Yet, he brashly, tears the luminous stone from its socket and machinery. Instantly, all light sources die. The humming stops, and the entire structure of waterworks is disrupted, out of order. Save the tablets, and semicolon, the day turned into darkness. The flooding was disarrayed. Soon, not only Babylon, but the whole land of Sumar were back to their shortest problem. My eyes are jacked. The lands were laid to waste, and the people were made perish. It's like that's supposed to be, I think, the Emerald Tablets. Gods from other cities got angry at Nergal, and the population, facing famine, made rituals and sacrifices, but nothing worked. The water sources went dry. That's when Enki, Ea, comes to confront his son Nergal and orders him to leave, go away, take off to where no gods ever go. And Nergal predictably gets into an even greater rage than his father and adds more destruction, setting the temple's gates on fire before leaving. Yet Marduk had explained to him exactly what would be the consequence if Nergal came to touch anything in the underground control centers. Synthesis. This suit of events and actions from the part of Nergal tells us volumes about his psychological profile and indirectly about the Anunnaki's psychology. And let's summarize what we have learned. Now, you got to remember what I was reading before was jealousy and rage. Their characters is what we've been going over and the way they live. So in here it has, as one of the bullet points, Nergal is so blinded by his jealousy and hatred for his brother Marduk that he overruns the mandate of the gods to have Marduk leave Sumer and maybe to rededicate his temple to the reigning gods, Anu and Enlil. Okay, he gets into a fit of destruction, defiling and burning the Esagil. He even wants to put his own statue there, but is stopped by Enki. And one can readily imagine that he was the one to volunteer, since the mission would allow him to humiliate Marduk with the support of the gods. It's questionable. Bullet point 2, let's check this out. Now, because of his jealousy, remember we're just summarizing it, all right, what we've learned. Because of his jealousy, he has no idea about his brother's real engineering skills. He doesn't believe in them. For him, anything Marduk says is a lie and just a strategy for power and control. We'll hit bullet point 3 and we'll close it at there, and we'll get on the 4 tomorrow. Nergal is so careless and self-centered that he doesn't recognize complex technology and machinery when he sees it, nor its power source, nor does he infer it from its operating sound. Hence, destruction is destruction. It doesn't matter. Okay? Oh, man. Let me go put this mark right here. Just the mark. We'll highlight. Okay, now we get in the Wars of the Anunnaki. Nuclear Self-Destruction in Ancient Sumer by Miss Chris Hardy. I really believe some of these Chinese are actually the ones that have come here for the years taking pictures of stuff. I think they really believe they're going to slice up and they're just going to buy everything out. Now, you know who I look at? I look at all the politicians like Karen Page. They don't know. They're unaware of it. But there's a certain group of people who are looking at these so-called mayors and governors and all that other stuff. That's all I can say. To me, I'm like, well, if you're voting and you're partying with them and you're all rich, and what you got to say? No, to me, I'm not worried because none of it don't mean nothing. But the thing is, they really are walking around as if they actually think they own our ancestral soil. This is a crazy thing. Just like the woods walking around thinking there's something here and there's some great majority. And I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Okay. Whew, no wonder they want everybody dumb. Anyway, so let's go ahead. I'll show you again. All right. That's. Oh, she's not on this one. I think did I have the. This is Miss Chris Hardy right here. I'm gonna show you what she looks like. Mm-hmm. And Negro blood still in her. Anyway, let's go ahead and tap into it. Well, in here we're on page 26. In the I don't need reading glasses. Mine are perfect. Y'all. I can thread and string through the. Yeah, look. See this right here? Do I want to pull that out? I'll show y'all. I was just sewing something this morning. I still use the old school way. I thread needle, stool needle. All right, and so it is what it is. Yet I am tired. I got to go deal with this. It's not stressful. It's just it is what it is. Anyway, and stuff is looking real crisp and weird. It doesn't look like it usually does, like what I'm used to. Like sun gazing is really, I mean, it does some weird stuff to your eyes. All right. In the rare and condensed, again, page 26, in the rare and condensed descriptions of what had happened before the Anunnaki came to Earth, we don't see any mentions of an organized religion, nor specific rituals of religion, or worship. As the colonies arrived on a shuttling spacecraft carrying to Earth a group of 50 headed by a royal, and in parentheses, Enki, Nimna, and Mardu, and each time Nibiru is at its nearest to Earth every 3,600 years, they don't come accompanied, that don't even make sense to me, by their priests, the way European colonizers did in order to take over lands. Oh, let me read that again. Okay. This is me being tired, actually. Each time Nibiru is at its nearest to Earth every 3,600 years, that's in parentheses, they don't come accompanied by their priests, the way European colonizers did in order to take over lands, moving in with both soldiers and priests to evangelize the local populations. But even at later stages, the Earthling population was not taught to pray to a higher god above the Anunnaki. It seems to have gone the other way around, that they took on the role of gods vis-a-vis us, more so as time went by, as we have shown. Of course, the rituals by and the very sacred architecture of the temples they built for doing so, with their sacred geometry, their cosmic orientation, and their various holies of holies, and so on, gives us a good idea of their world vision and sciences. We know their society was a highly hierarchical and nearly too fixated to be healthy. What? Fixated to be healthy when they arrived on Earth. See, I'm adding stuff because if I read it the way it's weird to me. Maybe some of you might be reading it because no. We know the society was highly hierarchical and nearly too fixated to be healthy when they arrive on Earth. And then it seems that the rules are modified and their descendants can access positions of power, even the ultimate Enlilship, while King Anu and even Enlil himself are still alive, something that would not have been possible on Nibiru. So let's see what we have gleaned in the various ancient texts and sorting out only what pertains to the spirituality of the Anunnaki themselves. Now in parentheses it says, and not to the cults they impose on their populations, the cults. And what seems to express a religious, ritualistic, or magical process belonging to the Nibirian civilization itself. And so we'll get into that. I should be reading this. We'll get into the next part, which will be elements of religious, ritualistic, or magical lore and actions, and that's the tree of knowing and the tree of life. We'll get into that tomorrow. right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself situated and go over here and see what's going on with these two. I haven't got no notification. I'll have the notifications on just in case. You know what I'm saying? Things could change anytime. But like I said, she's got to go to the res or something. She got to go to her mama's alive, but she's in New Mexico. She's half so-called Navajo and us. So, and then he is, I don't know, he's ex-Marine, but he's Navajo, but he don't look. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not reading people like that. Just look at their, what's going on. I know them. So I don't know. Somewhere she got to be able to go. Her father was murdered a long time ago. In Phoenix, I think. So the baby's the most important. She is too, but baby definitely. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me holler everybody out so I can go and do this because I'm tired. I need a nap. I need a good dang nap, y'all. I got your Mikey and Wes. I got your Wild Indian. Turbo. Love it. Yes, sir. William Robinson. What's going on? President of the Counter for. Hooyah. Yes, yes. Hey, what's going on, baby girl Slaughter? What's going on, Blue? How you doing? Yes, yes. You already got your Nathan and Eli. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? How we call them? Cults? Yeah, cults. Crazy, right? But I mean, you see what I'm saying? My apology for how I'm reading right now. It's like with my eyes, because like I said, I was right before I came in. I set everything up to go at 12, and I was sun gazing. And I usually do 35, and I cut what's called cut. And this right here, with that absolute darkness, with knowing, it's like it repairs. You know what I'm saying? And my eyes are real brown. You know what I'm saying? Like really, they look dark because they have shallow sockets, but they're really kind of light brown. And when I look at these artificial, the emission of so-called light coming from these spices, which is not light, it does something. So whenever I read, it's like I'm looking at, instead of this, I'm looking at that. You get where I'm coming from? So I have to focus in. Like I have to make my pupils dilate, and then to, like I said, I'm not gonna say all that on here. All right. So I should have did my 35s and at least cut once or twice, instead of the 9 to 13, and so I had to stumble along there, y'all, for real. So let me we had 30 minutes. I appreciate y'all coming in. Cash apps, and for those who want to help assist with donations, would be $ Indian Gem, which uppercase J and I mean I and J, and then 1 at the very end. All right, so we go with that. And so when I come back, we're gonna read the other one, but we're gonna get into the Hidden Lands Beyond Antarctica, because you know where I am with that. That is such a good read. I'm enjoying reading that, but I'm gonna sit up for a good time, so that way I know we can deal with them. I'm not driving nobody to no reservation. I ain't doing none of that. So okay, put this over here. Just want to get the books in order, so when I come back, we'll get right into it. And we're gonna read Britain and all that too. We might do it tomorrow. We'll see. But these other ones, I want to get those in. All right. And I appreciate y'all taking the time. Come on in. It's nothing but respect, truly. But while it's still warm, it ain't raining. There's a fire burning somewhere. I've been seeing the smoke, and just want to get out there, get back, because there ain't no telling what kind of chemicals, what they burning off. Y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? So I appreciate you all, beloved sisters. Apologies again. I mean, the eyes, man. Our brothers 2 and 1. Yeah, the eyes, y'all. They get that sun gazing in. I'm trying to tell you, you ain't gonna go blind. I mean, unless you're reckless. I mean, don't be reckless. All right. So let me go out here and see what's going on with people. All right. See y'all in a little bit.